Hey y'all. I'm not feeling well, to be honest. Haven't really been feeling well since yesterday. I don't know what's going on. Have an idea, but I don't want to speak on it. It's a lot of like up here. It's like kind of like dizziness. I don't know. I've just been really struggling. But I'm going to try to get this word out that I got yesterday. And so it's going to be titled, I guess, New Week, New Vibe. And that was actually an email that I had received yesterday after I had received this whole revelation and this whole word that God had me write down. And I had received it at 11:32, and 11:32 in the Strong's means nakedness, vulnerability, exposure. Okay. Again, I received that way after I got the revelation. I'm like, okay, so I guess that's going to be the title. God does that sometimes. He'll give me a title sometimes. And so let's see. Yesterday, when I woke up yesterday, the first thing I noticed was my nightlight in my room. So I have this like nightlight that I plug into the wall, and it's like, it's not like LED bright, but it's also not like orange, right? It's not like a dark orange. But when I woke up, it was a dark orange. It was like, and then I looked out the window, and it was also like the sun was rising. It was dawn. It was dawning, and it was bright orange. And I was like, whoa, because that's not the color that my nightlight typically is. I don't know if it was reflecting. It couldn't have been reflecting though, because I have blackout curtains. So I don't know. I think that was just like a supernatural experience type thing. But again, God was talking about the dawning. And I had also received yesterday the number 826, which means in the Strong's to shine, to illuminate, to dawn. And I had also received the number 803, which means security, safety, certainty. And I had also seen a phrase, love again and again. And so I had also gotten to wrestle. I don't remember what the number was though, but whatever the number was in Strong's, I meant to wrestle. I had also gotten 833, which means to be happy, to be blessed, to lead, moving in a straight path. God had also led me to John chapter 21, verse 17. There goes Pepper. It's so funny because I just mentioned how he hasn't been acting like this in these videos, but here he goes. Being a nut all over again. Crazy cat. John 21:17, and it's essentially where Jesus tells Peter that he's restored and now he has to feed his sheep, right? Serve his people. Jesus kept asking Peter, do you love me? Do you love me? What are you doing, nut? Slow down, speed racer. And so then I had also got in Luke 7:27. This is the one about whom is written, I will send my messenger ahead of you who will prepare your way before you. With all that being said, this week too, I have been feeling very, very like, Pepper, I'm about to get you, buddy. Slow down, baby. Slow down. You nut. I have been feeling the need or the desire to want to be very, very vulnerable, okay? Which is like out of the blue. And so maybe you've been feeling that way. You know, God's been doing a little bit of heart exposure. He's been exposing some things, cleansing some things out. And now there's just this kind of desire for like vulnerability. being vulnerable with your spouse. And so this is what he gave me. I just started writing. All right. The dawn has come. The new is here. You are to be their light. It's your time to shine. Don't allow foolish, vain, empty thoughts and feelings to dim or flicker your light. That came from the other night. So there was a little bit of something that had happened, right? And my lamp, it was because it was up here, it was vain thought. It was thoughts that were foolish. Okay, we'll just put it that way. Thoughts and feelings that were foolish. And my lamp that's on a lamp stand literally started flickering, y'all. It started flickering. And God had given me a couple years ago a word about flickering lights, and it had to do with like dimming your light, right? And so he was saying like, you are their light, right? It's your time to shine. Don't allow foolish, vain, empty thoughts and feelings to dim and flicker your light. You are restored. He has restored you now, right? He's like, I have restored you, and now it's time for you to feed my sheep. He may be having you reach out to your spouse and be vulnerable with them, okay? Feeding his sheep, right? He's having you to feed his sheep. And you might be in your feelings one minute, but he's like, scratch that. I've restored you enough. You are restored where you are now able, strong enough, right, to do this. He said, I told you to be ready to go when I say go. He may have told you to say a particular thing or do a particular thing, and you were wrestling with it potentially. It was something that you had to express vulnerability. And you were just like, and you were wrestling with it like, God, I don't know. I'm going to need confirmation. I'm going to need like very specific confirmation on this. He's like, no, you don't. I said what I said. And he might be pressing it down on you harder and harder and harder until you actually do it, right? He's like, I told you to be ready to go when I say go. Sometimes you don't need all the confirmation. Sometimes you're just being led by Holy Spirit, by the Lord. He's pressing it on you to do something. Sometimes he doesn't give you those confirmations. He just expects you to move when he says move. Okay? He said, don't wrestle with this and don't fight it. Get rid of all shame and go when I say go without hesitation. I am sending you in front of them on this path as a light to help guide them. You are to love them again and again. 70 times 7 about the forgiveness, y'all. You are on a firm foundation, full of security and certainty. It will not fall. It will not fail. It is safe. It is okay. You will be blessed and happy. Continue to go down the straight and narrow path, and they will follow. It is not easy, I know. You will get there with persistence and consistency. It is happening and moving very swiftly. Stay close and stay prayed up. You've given birth to this baby. Okay? Now it needs to grow. Don't abandon it. Okay? You might have abandoned this baby before, like, Lord, this is a spiritual baby I'm talking about. Like, Lord, I don't want it no more. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. But he's like, we're not doing that this time. Don't abandon this baby. He's like, pay close attention, be attentive, just like you would with a real baby. If it needs milk, right? Feed it, nurse it. If it needs to be burped, burp it. If it needs rest, okay, allow it to rest. If it's upset, crying, comfort it. If it, poops or pees, clean it up, change its diaper. That is so spiritual, but it's so good the way that he gave that to me, and it makes complete sense. If this thing is tired, if this baby is tired, if it, if it needs rest, allow it to rest. it doesn't always need to be doing something, right? Just be led and, be very, very vigilant, okay, and attentive. You are restored now and you are able to steward this. Put forth all that I have taught you and be Holy Spirit led. Use wisdom. You got this. That's the word. And that is very specific. That is obviously not for everybody because not everybody is in this place right now currently. But this may be for you at a later date, and God may bring it back to your mind. He may bring it back to your page at a later date. But there are some of y'all that may be in this currently, and that will be helpful to you. And yeah. So I do pray that it makes it to the right people at the right time. I pray that this blesses you, encourages you, and all of the things. And if y'all feel led to sow or be a blessing, as always, my information will be there in the description box. I pray that God bless you in return. I pray that y'all have a blessed rest of your day, and I will see y'all in my next video. Okay, bye.